Hello, guys. Welcome to Marquez's Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. On today, we're talking about stronger than I ever been. That is a great topic because it's something that I've actually experienced for the past few, man, the past few, my whole entire life, that I started to realize that I am very strong because I'm the type of person that I'm not finna chase after nobody no more. The older I get, I start to understand that if you don't want me, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because we're humans, and I feel like you cannot expect someone to do something for you all the time and your attentions. I always wanted to think about that. What is people attentions? Is it good attentions, or is it them using me, or what is it? I used to tell myself, why do I feel like people always use me? Because they are. And so I said, man, maybe too many people then just walked all over me to where I really didn't really notice that until I got older. When I got older and I started seeing things for what it really is, that's the most painful thing ever, to see things for what it really is. You trying to, if you're like me, because you're kind-hearted and you remain that way. Some people stop being kind, but I won't stop being who I am because I'm naturally like that, all natural. And my thing is that it makes you think about it. These people think that they can continue to walk all over you, take everything you got, and you're supposed to be okay with it. And you know that you're hurting, and they want you to hurry up and move on, even though they've hurt you, and you're aware of it. And so I guess back then, I was so young-minded. I wasn't in the educational area. I didn't go to counseling. I didn't go get the help that I needed. So I didn't see all this. But then as I got older, I started to realize that these people were not good for me. And I already knew that from the beginning, but I didn't have enough studies on me. And so, yes, I go to church, but it's nothing like going to get some therapy and actually sitting there and getting that therapy that you need. Because my thing is, a lot of people tell you what you can and cannot do, and they're not helping you. Anybody that tells you what you shouldn't do and you know you need to do it, it's not helping you. God wants you to be who you are, not what they want you to be. And I started to realize as I gotten where I'm at right now, I've lost a lot of people, a whole lot. It's gotten so bad to where I am comfortable with just being by myself. There's people who call me now and they be like, you could talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody because I feel like their attentions about me is not the right attentions. And so I gotten to the point where I'm okay with being by myself. I'm okay with doing things alone. After a while, yes, it can get offensive to others because you're doing everything by yourself and you don't want nobody to help you. I know with me having that brick on me like that, it could be someone really good trying to help me, but because of the pain that others caused me, I got a whole door. And who's ever in that door, I think about it. They could be the blessings of my life, but because too many people has just walked all over me and left me hanging, I don't want to deal with none of them. To where I'm like, okay, all right, I'll be completely by myself then, and that's what you're saying. And so it gotten to the point where now I've really made it known, I'm okay. But in reality, I know that there is places that I do need help in. But because of me being so hurt, I don't want to deal with no one. I still go out and help others. I still do Marquela the Life Speaker. I still make sure that I keep myself going, because the one thing about Marquela the Life Speaker is serious to me. And what's serious to me, other people don't take serious. This program is serious because I recognize my emotions and I say, I have to do this every day. Because if I don't do this every day, my feelings are going to be eaten up alive. People don't realize that the body, it just doesn't work the way other people want you to work. It takes time. Everything. You can move on, but God doesn't want you rushing. And sometimes we rush the process and we don't realize that we need to take our time because our body is still hurt. And we don't give our body the time that it needs. We just rushing. And we wonder why we're backed up with all this mess because we're rushing. We're not taking our time. And especially when everybody else is telling you to do certain things. But you got to really listen to you. And sometimes we fail at that. We listen to other people like they're our masters. And then we don't even listen to ourselves. And how do we know that we might not be telling ourselves the truth? By listening to everybody else may not help you. Because your emotions is very important. And a lot of people don't realize that. Some people can't even deal with their own emotions and yet alone trying to help somebody else. It's like this. We all want to help each other and we all want to be there for each other. But some people have their moments and it doesn't matter how long it is. People might not understand it until it actually happens to them. At the end of the day, the way you move, the other person doesn't move like that. The way you do things, the other person doesn't do that. And a lot of people lack of that, of understanding that not everybody is like you. And that's what I tell myself now too. Not everybody's like me. But some people, really, if I see myself getting real angry to where I am just pissed off, I'm going to have to cut them off. For real. Because now I'm very sweet. But it's to the point where some people push you over the edge and you allow them to. And some people are provoking too, to where you're just going to have to say goodbye to them. Even though you don't want to, you're going to have to. Now, if you're dealing with a family, it's different. Friends, it's different. It depends on who it is. It all deals with the person. It's not easy to just wake up one day and say, I'm letting you go. It's not. Some people that I had to really literally let go out of my life, friends, family members and all. It took me over some time. It could take years, months. A lot of people don't realize when it comes to emotions, it's a serious thing. And because they don't know how to understand that, they walk all over that. But that's why the suicidal rates had been up because of it. And so for me, I really care about people. And I care about the emotional side. Because I feel like I am needed in that area. Somebody's going to need me one day. And, even though I am still working on me. There's no excuse for me at least express my feelings every single day about how I feel about these topics. And so that's where Marquetta the Light Speaker came about, because she had a life, just in general. Everyone in her circle had something against her. And she started beginning to say it is nothing that she can do right. She'll always be wrong in their eyes. She's done a whole lot on her own, and it was still something wrong. So after a while, she started to realize that, wait a minute, okay, what really is? What's the problem? Because now you moved everything, and something's still wrong. So she came up with this business, and she didn't care what nobody said, because at this point, she lost a lot, and it was serious to her. Some things people may not care at all. They just so careless. But if you care, you care. And I really do care. I am not playing when it comes to my emotions anymore. I'm not playing when it comes to my prized possessions, which is my babies. I'm not playing when it comes to certain things like that. My babies and my emotions, I'm not playing. And my finance too, I'm not playing. It's not funny, because that is serious. Finance, babies, and me, that is serious, because I have to take care of me in order to take care of my babies. I have to take care of everything to make sure that we are okay. So I'm not finna do is put all these people over me in my finance, in my children, because they care about themselves. I'm not finna do that, because we are important. And if they don't understand that, that's them. Because they're not over here helping me, and they're not over here doing what I have to do. They don't care. I do. And that's what makes me so angry. That people are so careless. And then they're expecting you to just be like, okay. No, I'm not going to be like, okay. Because now I'm only 24 years old. And I'm trying to make sure I don't lose me trying to take care of my babies. Or I don't lose something trying to hold all these things. It's not funny. And that's the problem with people. Is that after you take care of them, they pack their stuff up and they think it's okay. And they make you look like the bad guy and continue to make you look like you're so horrible. And then they got you up in the middle of the night with anxiety attacks. They got you low-key having seizures. They got you out here looking foolish, sick. But you're letting them get to you. You're letting them get to you. But you have to, at some point in your life, it's not about forgiving, because we naturally do forgive, even though we don't want to. We do. But you're not going to forget it. And I don't care what no one says, unless they are some type of out of this world person. You're not going to forget those who hurt you. You're a human. And that picture of what they did to you is stuck until you release it, and you don't know when. You just know you're very hurt. It may take you years. Yeah. Depending on what the person really did to you. Mine is serious because it deals with my finance. I am definitely squeezing my life away because of it. You know? And when I see stuff like that, and I just got up on my feet, just got my own apartment, and just did all these things, and you're seeing this horrible situation happen, it is serious. Because now you talk about your living situation. Oh yeah, we're not going to play with that. You woke it. And a lot of people, think that you're supposed to just still be cool. I'm not cool with that because you're playing with me. You're playing with my living. If you play with my living, you play with my children, and you play with me, we ain't cool. You got war. War in a way where I'm going to just live my life and let you not be there. And my thing is I tell people it's okay to release them and let them go physically. But what I'm saying is emotionally, it takes time. And so don't be trying to think that because you let this person go every now and then in the brain, it's not going to pop up. And you can't tell me it doesn't, because it does. And I have something to share with you guys, and it's don't rush the process. We tend to always rush things, and we need to stop doing that. So if you are trying to get out of depression, anything that is making you feel like you don't want to be here, you need to start your life plan experience. So something that's not making you feel like you don't belong. Okay, you need to find some help. And if you don't like talking to people, then you need to get a notebook. If you don't like to write, you better learn it. Whatever that could get you to not feel this way, it's time to not feel this way anymore. Because if you're killing yourself after one person, or you're killing yourself off of somebody that doesn't even deserve your time, then you don't need to do that. If you get to saying you don't want to be here, then it's time to really do what you need to do for yourself, because you belong here. Acknowledge your body is built up with pain and sorrows, and you have to focus on getting out of it. You have to. It's time to get out of this situation. Your emotions are very important, so only certain people can help you with those. Yeah. Only certain people can help you with your emotions. Not everybody can do that. You know, when it comes to mental, no, not everybody can get in there. And I learned that because I talk to everybody very open. But I'm starting to realize that when it comes to stuff like this, in a case like this, it's serious. Because you're dealing with something that you're going to have to really fight against this thing. And right now I'm fighting mentally against something that's bothering me. That's been really making me feel like I don't belong. And I'm fighting every day, eating, making sure I'm okay, and doing the best that I can to fight against this thing. And so if you're associating with the person, or if you're dealing with death, try your best to do or be around positive people. So for me, as of right now, I'm doing better because I've done my own self-therapy. This is what I'm doing every day. This is what we are experiencing together. I am doing my self-therapy. Before I even get on here, I make sure I write. I make sure I plan. I make sure I read. And I make sure I draw. I make sure I write down prayers. Then I get on here. That's my daily day. And because I know that I need to release this thing, and I'm seeing that it's going to take a while, and I need to acknowledge that situation and keep going. And so how you keep on going, you keep moving, you're going to have to wake up anyways. But it just takes time to really let it officially out. But guess what? I don't care what anybody else say. You're probably never going to get over it. And you're going to have to really, really just forgive yourself for allowing this to happen to you. When you are feeling a certain tension or simply dismiss yourself. So if you're around this person and you feel kind of weird because you know they've hurt you, you gotta kind of breathe. Let me go out for a walk real quick. I know for me, I'm struggling now And I need to work on not telling people that hurt me my success, because I know that they're not really happy for me, and I can tell that. So I need not to tell them what I'm doing for myself, because it's different when you're entering something that's good for you. Just like when I went to college, all this silent treatment stuff is over. I'm not going to let nobody make me feel bad because I want to live my life and they were okay with me on the ground. I'm sick of it. And it's time for me to get up. And if they can't see that, if they got up without me, you know what I'm saying, and they're really officially okay with it, officially made it known that I don't belong in their side, then I need to get up. Because if you're okay with going months without, you're good, then you be good. Because I have to make sure that I'm okay. And so Marquela, the life speaker, as you see, she is fighting against something because I'm tired. I'm a good person, and I know that I am. There's nothing wrong with me. I've done a lot for the city. I've ran a lot. And I look back and turn around and I don't see no help, really. And I've been like that for years, to where I don't even feel like people sincerely mean what they say. I lost trust. And if you lost that, the only person that you're rumbling your mouth to is God. And that's been me. Right now, the only person that I've been rumbling my mouth to and praying and crying and praying and crying is God. Seriously. And I'm not even, I'm not playing, I don't need to prove myself to nobody. No, I don't. But this is what I do. All these things here, these are me with these prayers. I am not playing. All of these things that I do here is not no joke, These are prayers, This is pretty much a package, a booklet of prayers. This is the person that I only talk to right now. And it's kind of crazy, but it's real. This is the person I talk to, because everybody else just make me feel weird, strange, and that's because I lost trust. I don't trust nobody. When you try to act as if I'm just using you, or you try to act like I am nothing, then after a while, I'm so used to people try to do that to me, so where I'm like, okay, poof, the door is closed, and there's some good people there. That's the sad part with me right now, is that I know some people that's in that door don't even need to be there. And they're trying their best to check on me. They're trying their best to be around me, make sure I'm okay. And they're not there to put more stress on me. They're there to actually just make sure I'm okay. But I said it. I said I'm on camera. I'm cool, until God delivers me. It takes time. And I realized that when you are feeling a certain, we already talked about that. Acknowledge your hurt and don't know when you're, acknowledge that you're hurt and you don't know when you're going to push forward, but you need something to help you in your mind. When someone hurts you and you bring it up to their attention and they refuse to tell or talk to you about it, go get a notebook, draw them out, and write how you feel. Sometimes people don't want to talk to anyone about it, but it can cause a lot of health problems. If you don't go find what is helping you, you didn't forget. You're not supposed to. So you did not forget about the situation, and you probably never will. It is hard to forgive those who wronged you, but you don't want to be like them. Protect your feelings. For real. I'm definitely learning right now that it's my time to continue to do what I was doing and not worry about what other people say, because at this point, what are they doing to help me? Nothing. I've been used to doing all, and I have to be strong. When everybody else leaves, I have a lot to pick up, and that's it. And they don't care, but I do, because once they leave, I got to pick up everything. And now, it's been definitely hard for me after losing a loved one. This man, all I could say is that he was such a great man, and him being so great, he's gone. And I probably would never, ever, ever find anyone like him. But I know he's in a better place. He's good. He's a great man. He's up there with God, And I'm not even really devastated about him dying, because I feel like God needed to take him because he was not in a good environment anyways, and he was working so hard, and he's done a lot for a lot of people, and he's just done too much, and it caused a lot of health problems, which caused him to have a heart attack. And so I'm looking at it like this program to me is so serious, because I want to be able to help people in their brains so that they won't get sick. It's not about, you having to eat good and you having to be skinny, you having to do all that. No, sometimes you can be real, real skinny and still get sick, because it's the mental. It's all about your brain. Your brain is the one that functions the whole thing. And so for me, I'm into the brain part. I'm into the mental health part. I'm hitting that because people don't realize how serious it is. You can be working your life away, but eventually your brain, whatever's in there, it's gonna catch up to you in the long run. And especially if you're over the age of 20 and you're 24 and over, if you're around those age, it's going to catch up to us. And so you have to understand that it's no joke when it comes to mental health. And so that's the reason why I do what I do, because I'm not playing. I don't care if my story's not the same, and nor do I care that I'm not like everybody else. But I know one thing, I care about the brains. And I know that it needs to be brought up to attention that if you don't get it fixed, or you don't get the help that you need, or whatever comforts you, you're going to be sitting there and you're just going to be walking dead. I have a story, and I'm not letting my stories go to waste because other people feel that I don't belong. I don't care what they feel about me, nor do I care what they say about me no more. I just want people to know that mental health is no joke. It's not. If you're waking up in the middle of the night, if you feel like you can't get up, you got a problem. You have a problem. And even if you can lie to yourself and say you're perfect, but you're walking dead. That was me. Before I got in the crash, I literally had walking pneumonia. I was sick. But here I go, still going. And the guy was shocked because he's seen a beautiful smile. But then he checked my health and he said, "Oh my God!" He was scared. He was scared. So all I gotta say is here, if nobody else cares, when are you going to start caring about yourself? I care about me. I care that I was having seizures here. And I know it because I hear this weird sound. And thank God I wake up. But sometimes in life, when you know that you have histories of certain things, and then you're having to take care, and it's just you got to be careful. At the end of the day, when I did Marquay Little Life Speaker, it was not to prove anybody anything. I don't care about them no more. That's the problem. When you stop caring about people, now they recognize you. When you stop doing all those things that you used to do, now they recognize you. You're not going to have me running around here like this, because you wouldn't want nobody running around there like that for you. My thing is, I am just trying to really live my life. You know why? Because I've been too sick. Yeah, smiling baby been too sick. But mentally, yeah, mentally sick. And don't even look like it, right? That girl look perfect. She's not. She's not. It's just that this is who I am. But my brain needs help. And I help it every day. I just want to share with you guys this. And I want you guys to think about these things, okay? And it's this. It is taking me a while to move on. It may even take me years. But I have to be patient with me. Allow myself to heal. The choice is yours. If they are disturbing your peace and you feel better alone, then it's time to remain alone. Some people you are going to have to let go officially. Continue self-therapy and self-awareness so that they won't get into your mind. Continue it. Because God, He knows my heart. I don't care what anybody else thinks or say. But when you see some cruel things happen to you and you know that you don't deserve that, I have so many questions. But I tell myself, it's going to be okay. You're a great mom. You're doing more than what other people do. And even if you're at your worst, you're still a great person. You are not in control of what everybody else thinks of you. But you are in control of what you think of you. I've been on here since January. Months. And I have 200 and something posts, 700 something blog. And another thing is I have family designs. Now I got a SoundCloud music stuff. I'm not playing. You know why? Because at any moment could be my last. Literally. It's not easy. But I am doing what I need to do. Every day. When you're hurt, you're hurt. And it ain't nothing that no one can tell you. Because you're looking right at them. And all you see is pain. But when God told me that He loves me, He loves me. Most of these videos, you guys see me crying. I'm not playing. And I ain't lying. I know who I am. And I know people intentions or whatever they seen about me, I cannot control. But I know God sees a beautiful young mother who works hard and who worked hard for everything she's gotten. And even when people looked at her and they seen nothing but bad, that baby girl, she smiled through her pain. She saw her loved one dead in her eyes. And she's got the audacity to be on here in front of people online talking like this. So what she's telling you, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You need to live your life. There's no excuse. Look at me. Oh my God. What you think it's funny that someone had their dad drop dead unexpected and they're trying to go Christmas shopping? You think it's funny? Everybody leaving you because they look at you as a sinner baby? Because you had the babies at a young age? You think it's funny? But she telling you to live your life. She's got the audacity. While she's trying to live hers, she's telling you to live your life. Are you kidding me? This girl's not playing. She's not. She's going through so much. And you can tell through this camera that this baby is going through so much. But guess what? She cannot. She cannot. She cannot. She will not. She's not. She's not playing. She's not going to let no one stop her. No. No more. She doesn't let too many people stop her. This trip is a long lifetime trip. But we gonna go. We gonna keep going. We ain't got no time. Faithfulness. My friend. God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can enjoy. Enjoy. 1 Corinthians 10:13. I keep my eyes always on the Lord, with Him at my right hand. I will not be shaken. Psalm 16:8. Guys, I said all of this to say, never give up. Because God, He won't give up on you. Thank you for watching Marquela the Light Speaker, where we help carry those hearts.